Well, I thought we would talk today just about some healthy snacks. So hopefully you guys can join in because you guys have all been at this for a while now and share some of your favorite snacks with the group. I found this little coconut snacks. It is made up of organic coconut, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. It does have a little bit of sugar in it, wow, with cane sugar and brown rice syrup, water, chai seeds, and sea salt. So it's a fairly short ingredient list, but serving size would be half a cup of this. So if you just need a little sweet and savory treat, that would be a good one. Grain-free granola is another one. I think Costco even has this brand in particular. Grain-free granola is a good one if you just want to put it even with some almond milk or hemp milk or coconut milk, or even mix it with some plain yogurt that's non-dairy based. I really like to mix some flax seeds in there with some plain yogurt just for good source of fiber and bowel regularity. So that's a good one. These guys, I've had these before. So these are a little bit higher in sugar content and carbs than I would like.
I just got one of those.
Did you? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Costco, I think, has these. And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll either cut it in a half and maybe have half of it, or you can even cut it in fourths and have like an after dinner snack because it's enough to just kind of give you that little sweet treat after a meal. So this one's nice too. And like I said, Costco, I think, sells it in bulk. I got it at Target. Whole Foods carries it. So I'm pretty sure this one is at most of the places. Guacamole. I like the little travel packs. So this one is a good one. And you could dip it with, goodness, all sorts of vegetables. You could get some almond flour crackers. So that's a good one that I like. And again, Costco has a whole stack of those individual organic guac packs. Now, I prefer to save the environment when I can and not use as much of the plastic. So I prefer to get a big container of it when I can. But if you're on the go and you need a quick snack, then those are really handy. If you need a something chocolate, this is lots of cocoa, 88%. So I like this one. And this is actually, I have not tried this one. It's vegan paleo, organic 70% cocoa, and it's cashew butter with vanilla bean and dark chocolate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that sounded good. I kind of wanted a bite, but I thought, that might look a little. I'll show you the whole package. So I try to stick to at least 70% cocoa when I'm doing any type of dark chocolate, but I really prefer like 88 to 90% or higher. So it's a little bit more bitter, but I have found that after having those sweet treats and that darker chocolate, I actually don't like the milk chocolate now. It's just too sweet. I don't know. There's something about it. So sometimes it just takes time to change the palate. This I just picked up because it's almost the holidays. It is a almond milk creamer. It has with coconut milk. It's peppermint mocha. So if you want something, it has almond milk, coconut cream, peppermint oil, again, a teeny bit of cane sugar, but it's a nice alternative when you're trying to do like dairy-free options. And there's plenty of other creams that are dairy-free that you can also go for. I picked this one up. It's kind of ripped a little bit, but this is my cold pressed. You can get this actually at Starbucks has this. And it is made up of all sorts of good vegetables: cucumber, celery, grapefruit, green chard, lettuce. It has 5 grams of sugar for the whole thing. So if you just want an afternoon dose of veggies, that's a good one. I tried this other one. It's called from Target. It's called BHU Keto. I ate it, so it's open. And it reminds me of this one, but I will tell you, I prefer this one. I don't know if it's the monk sugar or what, but sometimes when I try these, it's almost like too sweet. I don't know. So, and sometimes that's what you have to do, right? You just have to it's trial and error. So sometimes you're going to get a bar that doesn't taste very good. And now you know. You just have to go through those. So that wasn't my favorite, but I do like the other brand. Some other ideas that I don't have with me, but I'll just share. Obviously, I like the guac. I like the any sort of hummus and veggies. I mentioned grainless granola, fruit, veggies, kale chips, whether you get them in a package or you make your own at home. I usually just massage the kale with a little bit of avocado oil and some sea salt. Put it on a baking pan in the oven for 350 to 400 and just kind of let them get nice and crispy. And some people put, a little Parmesan if you don't have any intolerance to dairy. So that's a good one. Let's see what else. Nuts and seeds are a nice option. So almonds, walnuts, macadamia nuts. You can mix it because we don't want to do too much of just one specific food all the time. So try to mix that up. Same thing with your milks, your non-dairy milks like almond and cashew and coconut and hemp, kind of mix them up. I like Mary's Gone Crackers cracker if you need a little bit of a crunch and you can pair it with some avocado. You could also do, and again, this is like if you're traveling, you can get the canned wild salmon or there's canned wild tuna. And actually, Costco does have that one as well. I think it's called Wild Planet. And that's a nice one that you can just throw in your suitcase and take with you if you're not sure where you're going to be, where you land, and if there's going to be healthy choices. Jerky, if you can find some grass fed or turkey jerky, there's one called Crave or grass-fed turkey chews are also a nice grab and go. I think Vital Choice is another one. And then in terms of bars, Lara Bar is a good one. It has fairly a short ingredient list. And then Raw Revolution is another one. And then, of course, you have all your nut butter packages that you can get, the individual packages. I think Jason's has I almost picked that one up today. There's an almond butter, but then they have a honey almond butter. So if you have a little bag of celery, that's really yummy too. So those are just a few of our favorite treats. Do you guys have any to share that you have found that are yummy and easy to transport?
My favorite granola is that Simply Elizabeth ancient grain granola.
Yes, yes.
One of my favorites. She also has a honey one.
Good.
Those are nice little, either just eat the clusters and then the crumbs in the bag is good on top of your yogurt or just eating it. Some night I'll just put some almond milk and just eat it with some fresh berries.
Yep.
The human bars, I buy those for my husband because I can't have chocolate. So I buy those for my husband and he absolutely loves them. There's several different kinds of those.
Okay.
Well, I like looking around at Big Lots. Sometimes they have less unusual organic things. This, well, they're called Have a Ball, and the only ingredients are, let's see, it has dried dates, walnuts, coconuts, and dried fig bark. Dried fig. So there's no added sugar or anything like that, and they're just rolled in the bowl and rolled in just teeny tiny flakes of coconut.
Okay.
I mean, if I eat one or two of those, there's no sweet tooth left. But they're totally natural, so
Okay.
I really like them.
I just added that to my list. I'm gonna look that up. And you said you found that at
I found it at Big Lots.
Big Lots? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Some of those places, I'm telling you, is good.
Yeah.
They have a lot of organic snacks. And like I mentioned, home goods and some of those home stores do too. So I feel like you just have to kind of explore your local stores in your area to see what they have because you could really find it much cheaper. I almost bought a bag of, they had grainless granola, not this one, but a different kind, but it was $8 for the bag. And I thought, oh, I know I can find it
Yeah.
cheaper somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember how much I paid for it, but the candy bars that you showed, the coconut peanut butter one, so I'm sure they're going to be, a lot less expensive than other places. But that's where I saw it, and I haven't tried it yet, but that's where I got it just
Okay.
4 or 5 days ago.
Okay. They have other ones. It's not just the chocolate chip. I prefer this one the best, but like I said, I just usually cut it in fours and I'll have a little
Yeah.
corner or something
Yeah.
that satisfies that little urge to after
Right.
dinner or something. Yeah. And then for kids, because they're in schools, sometimes they have to be nut free and there's certain restrictions. We'll do like made good bars. They have little packages that they can just carry to school. So if you guys, you know, are need any ideas for the kiddos, those are good. Rice rolls, organic rice rolls. It's another option. Yeah. Beth, do you have any ideas or suggestions?
I have two things I pack. One is almonds, but
Okay.
I just recently discovered that the almonds I was buying they were rolled in like the bad kind of oil. So they were like sea salt. So I went to regular and I'm having a hard time there. They taste stale to me.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
You, yeah,
and then I like the gluten-free pretzels just because I need that salty crunch.
yeah, yeah.
So those are the two things I carry, but I found I have to carry more because they eat my stuff. So I buy
Yeah,
it at home just when we're on the road.
right, right. Oh, that's so funny.
But I did have a question because I'm near Mansfield too. So Whole Foods and Trader Joe's and stuff. With the kids, I just don't have time. So I joined that Thrive Market a few months ago. But
Yeah.
everything I want to buy that I found I like, it's not in Thrive. So I called them and I was going to cancel and they gave me a discount and I still haven't placed my first order. So I was kind of curious, like for online stuff, like could I find some of that stuff at Thrive maybe?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they should definitely carry a lot of what I showed you today. So yeah, they have quite a large selection. So I'm surprised that you weren't able to find it. So look for some of those other items. Amazon is really good too. Kombucha is really good if you like that. That's a drink with like a probiotic drink, prebiotics, but you have to be careful. There's a lot of sugar in those drinks. So depending on your flavor, I think there is a ginger one that doesn't have as high of a sugar content. And again, you could get those all over there at Kroger, Giant Eagle, Target, Whole Foods. So that's a nice one too. Or you can make your own, but it's a little time consuming.
I have a question you said about mixing things. Like I tend to find something I like and then I just stick in that rut. So
Yeah.
like almond milk for my smoothies and stuff and
Mhm.
my oatmeal and almonds. Like
Yeah.
should I be mixing that more or
I would. So there's a thought that like almonds are kind of the new gluten because we could just be marinating in almonds,
yeah.
And it's not bad. We just want to make sure we're rotating. So for smoothies, I'll put almond milk in one morning and then I really like the unsweetened hemp milk at Kroger. I'll put that in. I don't like to do a ton of canned foods, but I'll do organic coconut milk and they'll say BPA, free liner, but I'll put that in. I actually prefer the coconut milk because I think it helps to sweeten the smoothie a little bit so I can put more veggies in, and it also helps to thicken it. Not to mention the fat content is really great, especially for the kids too, to have a little bit of that fat, good fat. So almond, hemp, coconut, you could also do cashew milk is fine. So yeah, just kind of rotating those milks through
Okay.
and yeah. And then if you can tolerate switching up instead of just almonds, like a handful of almonds, maybe you do walnuts or pecans. You can have cashews, though I will say cashews tend to have more of an allergic response. I don't know if it's just because they're sweeter and people maybe are more drawn to cashews. I don't know what it is about cashews, but so just kind of watch. Same thing with pistachios. So just kind of rotate through.